I made a decision this morning.
Oh, what did you decide?
I decided to do something about the mess in my kitchen. So I did the dishes, I did the cleaning, I did the laundry, and then I made lunch, made a coffee, and made a plan for the week ahead.
Wait, you made a decision, made lunch, made a coffee, and made a plan. But you did the dishes, did the cleaning, and did the laundry?
Exactly.
Why? Why not make the dishes? Why not do a decision? What is the rule?
That is the exact question we are answering today. Welcome to Day 4 of the Boundless English 30-Day Grammar Challenge. I'm Jade.
And I'm Alex. And today we are finally solving one of the most common grammar questions in English. When do you use make and when do you use do?
If you have ever said, I did a mistake, or I made my homework, today is going to fix that permanently.
I have said both of those things multiple times with complete confidence.
And you are not alone. Every single English learner gets confused by this pair because in many other languages, one single verb covers both meanings. But in English, they are separate, and the difference matters.
So, what is the difference?
Here is the core idea, and this is the one thing I want you to remember above everything else today. Make is generally about creating or producing something. Something new comes into existence. Do is generally about performing an activity or task. You carry out an action.
Create versus carry out. Produce versus perform.
Exactly. When you make something, the result is something new. A product, an outcome, an object. When you do something, the focus is on the activity itself, not necessarily the product.
Give me examples so the contrast is clear.
Make a cake. You create something. The cake now exists because of your action. Do the cooking. You carry out the activity. The focus is the process of cooking, not one specific product.
Make a plan. A plan comes into existence. Do research. You carry out a research process.
Make a suggestion. You create and put forward an idea. Do your best. You carry out effort at its maximum level.
Oh, I can feel the difference now. Make creates. Do performs.
That is the foundation. Now let us go deeper, because there are patterns and fixed expressions with both words that every English learner needs to know. And some of them do not follow the logic perfectly, so you need to learn them as chunks.
Collocations, the fixed partnerships between words.
Exactly. Let us start with make, the most important make collocations in everyday English.
Make a decision.
Every time.
Never do a decision.
Make a mistake. Extremely important. I made a mistake. Never I did a mistake. This is one of the most common errors learners make.
Make a mistake. I need to say that one out loud several times. Make a mistake. Make a mistake. Make a mistake.
Good, because I did a mistake sounds wrong to every native speaker immediately. The correct form is always make a mistake.
What about when you apologize for it?
I made a mistake and I am sorry. She made several mistakes in the first draft. Everyone makes mistakes. That is how you learn.
Beautiful. What other make collocations are essential?
Make a phone call. Always. I need to make a quick phone call. Never do a phone call.
Make an appointment. I made an appointment with the dentist for Thursday.
Make a reservation. She made a dinner reservation for 8 o'clock.
Make progress. We are making real progress on this project. Never doing progress.
Make an effort. He made a real effort to improve. Never do an effort.
Make a difference. This kind of daily practice makes a real difference, not does a difference.
Make a noise. Could you please stop making so much noise? Never doing noise.
Make a mess. He made an absolute mess of the kitchen. Never did a mess. Although interestingly, people sometimes say he made a right mess of things, meaning he handled something very badly.
Make money. She makes a good salary. He made a lot of money in his 20s.
Make friends. She finds it easy to make friends in new environments. Never do friends.
Make a speech. He made a brilliant speech at the wedding. Never did a speech.
Make an excuse. She always makes excuses for being late. Never does excuses.
And two very common ones in professional life. Make a presentation. She made a very strong presentation to the board of directors. And make a suggestion. Can I make a suggestion? I think we should rethink the approach.
That is already a long and powerful list.
Now let us look at do. Do tends to appear in two main situations. First, activities and tasks, especially ones that are regular, repeated, or domestic. Second, as a very general verb when no specific verb is mentioned. The domestic tasks first. Do the dishes. Do the laundry. Do the cleaning. Do the shopping. Do the ironing. Do the cooking. Do the gardening. All domestic tasks. Always do. Never make.
So around the house, the answer is almost always do.
Almost always. The exception? Make the bed. You make the bed. You do not do the bed.
Why?
Because making the bed means constructing or arranging it, creating a neat, made bed. It is an act of creation. The same logic as making a cake.
Interesting. So even in the home, the logic holds. Make creates something. Do performs an activity.
Exactly. And that makes make the bed the one domestic exception that actually proves the rule.
Other do collocations outside the home?
Do homework. Do research. Do an exam. Do a course. Do a job. Do business. Do someone a favor. Do damage.
Do someone a favor. I want to focus on that one. Can you do me a favor? Very common.
And you can never say make me a favor. In English, it is always do someone a favor. This is a fixed expression.
What about do your best and do your worst?
Both correct. Just do your best. Give maximum effort. Do your worst, a slightly dramatic way of saying go ahead and try. Very different meanings, but the same structure.
Friends, quick check-in. If you are following along and finding this helpful, please subscribe to Boundless English and like this video. And comment make below if you have ever said, I did a mistake by accident. We promise we have all done it. We read every single comment.
Now, I want to address the situations that genuinely confuse even advanced learners, because there are some pairs where both make and do seem possible, but only one is correct.
Give me the trickiest ones.
Make a test or do a test?
I would say do a test.
Correct. You do a test or do an exam. You carry out the activity of being tested. However, you make a test if you are the teacher creating it. The teacher makes the test. The student does the test.
Same test, two different roles, two different verbs.
Exactly. Next, make an exercise or do an exercise?
Do an exercise. You are carrying out the activity.
Correct. Do exercise, do yoga, do sit-ups. Physical exercise is almost always do. You perform the activity.
What about cooking? I will make dinner or I will do dinner?
Both are actually used, but they carry slightly different nuances. I will make dinner is more specific. I am going to cook and create a meal. I will do dinner is more casual and British. It means I will sort it out. I will handle it. Both are correct in context.
Context matters, as always.
Always. One more tricky pair. Make a course or do a course?
Do a course. You carry out the learning activity.
Correct. I am doing an online course in English grammar, not making a course, unless you are the one building and creating the course content. The creator makes it. The learner does it.
The creator makes it. The participant does it.
That pattern comes up a lot.
It does, and it reflects the core logic perfectly. Making is about producing. Doing is about participating.
Let us do the practice game. Give me some sentences with gaps, and I will fill in make or do.
Ready. Number 1. She always an effort to arrive on time.
Makes. She always makes an effort.
Number 2. Can you me a favor and pass me that file?
Do. Can you do me a favor?
Number 3. He a terrible mistake by sending that email to the wrong person.
Made. He made a terrible mistake.
Number 4. I need to the laundry today. The pile is enormous.
Do. I need to do the laundry.
Number 5. The new policy a real difference to staff morale.
Made. The new policy made a real difference.
Number 6. She her best in the interview, but the competition was very strong.
Did. She did her best.
Number 7. He a very impressive presentation to the senior leadership team.
Made. He made an impressive presentation.
Number 8. I usually the shopping on Saturday mornings.
Do. I usually do the shopping.
And the trickiest one, number 9. The student blank the exam while the teacher blank the exam.
The student did the exam. The teacher made the exam. 2 different verbs, one for creating, one for performing.
Perfect score. 9 for 9.
That last one is the one that will stay with me. The creator makes, the participant does.
Now let us build a real-life scenario using both make and do together, naturally and fluently.
I will try. I was having a very busy Monday morning. I got up early and did the dishes from the night before. Then I made a coffee and made a list of everything I needed to do that day. I did some research for a report, made a few phone calls, and did a quick review of my emails. By midday, I had made real progress. I did my best to stay focused. I even made time for a short lunch break. By the end of the day, I had done everything on my list and made a plan for Tuesday.
That is a master class. Let us count them. Did the dishes, domestic task. Made a coffee, created something. Made a list, created something. Did some research, carried out an activity. Made a few phone calls, created the action of calling. Did a quick review, carried out an activity. Made real progress, fixed collocation. Did my best, fixed collocation. Made time, created space. Done everything, completed activities. Made a plan, created something.
11 uses of make and do in one natural paragraph, and I did not have to think about a single one after we worked through the logic.
That is the goal, not memorizing rules, understanding the logic so deeply that the right word just comes.
Let us recap today's core lesson.
The core rule, make, is about creating or producing something. Something new comes into existence. Do is about performing an activity or task. The focus is on the action itself. Key make collocations. Make a decision, make a mistake, make a phone call, make an appointment, make a reservation, make progress, make an effort, make a difference, make money, make friends, make a suggestion, make a presentation, make a speech, make an excuse, make the bed. Key do collocations. Do the dishes, do the laundry, do the cleaning, do the cooking, do the shopping, do homework, do research, do an exam, do a course, do a job, do business, do someone a favor, do your best, do damage, do exercise.
The tricky pairs. The creator makes. The participant does. The teacher makes the test. The student does the test. The course designer makes the course. The learner does the course.
And the one exception in the home that proves the rule. You make the bed, not do the bed, because you are constructing something neat and arranged.
Today's task: write 5 sentences, 2 with make, 2 with do, and 1 that uses both in the same sentence. Say them out loud. Then share your favorite in the comments.
Comment make below when your task is complete. And tell us which collocation surprised you most today. We will be reading and replying to comments.
Tomorrow is day 5, and we are looking at another pair that trips people up constantly: say versus tell. They seem interchangeable. They absolutely are not. And tomorrow we will show you exactly why.
See you on day 5.
You are doing brilliantly. 5 days in. Keep going.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.